Hello and welcome to The Right Side. I'm Renee Wright. Today I want to talk to you about gaslighting. And gaslighting is the manipulation of one person to another. It's where a person tries to make you question your sanity, question everything about yourself, about your memories and your thoughts and your perceptions. Gaslighting is meant to keep you unstable and questioning your every thought. A good example of gaslighting is that song from years ago by Shaggy called It Wasn't Me. And in the song, the person is saying, but I saw you on camera. It wasn't me. I saw you in the shower. It wasn't me. I caught you. I saw you in the bed. It wasn't me. And everything was, it wasn't me. And at some point after all those it wasn't me's, the person probably said, I wonder, was it him? Knowing that it was, but the gaslighting is to deflect blame or to make you again question yourself. And it could be, it's hurtful and it's harmful. These are the people that you usually feel like, oh, I wish I could have recorded it. But like Shaggy, sometimes even in the recording, they'll say, it wasn't me. Or they'll deflect the blame in another way. They'll say, well, you made me do it. You made this happen. So people who gaslight are very difficult to have relationships with because they find no fault on themselves. It's always you. And because they do this to you chronically, they're always putting it back on you. You start to question your own self. So it becomes a pretty dysfunctional relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, it could be a coworker, it could be a teammate, any of the relationship that you have, if they're constantly blaming you, eventually you may start to blame yourself and question yourself and wonder, dang, was it me? Or they'll say something to deflect the blame like, oh, you're just being paranoid. And they'll say it with a smile and they'll say, oh, you're being paranoid, or you're too sensitive, or you must be insecure. Oh, don't be so insecure. And then you start to think, well, am I being too sensitive? Am I? If it happens once in a while, you could just correct the person on it. But if it's happening all the time, it affects you, and you feel the effects. I remember years ago, and when I figured this out, people would say, "Oh, you just don't understand," and I say, "Well, maybe you're not explaining it well enough. So we're going to share the blame in this. You're not giving a good enough explanation so we can both understand." So it's a way to say, listen, let's both take responsibility for what's happening here. Perhaps I am being a little paranoid, but my paranoia doesn't come without some action. So let's both take some responsibility in what just happened, and then we'll go from there. And that's how to have a good, healthy dialogue about something that someone's upset about. I mean, it's a very cruel thing. I remember friends telling me that their partner would say, "Oh, no one will ever want you." And I mean, first of all, why would you say something that's cruel as that to someone who you care about? But then you think, will I ever be able to find another person? Will that happen? And that's why everything you have to stay strong in who you are, know who you are, be secure in your feelings, and be prepared that when someone is gaslighting you, that you may have to walk away from that conversation. Maybe not the relationship at that time, but at some point you just have to say, I know who I am, and I'm done with this, and I'm done with this conversation. I'll just, work on what I want to know on my own. Because you may never get the answer that you desire, expect, or want. And sometimes you already have the answer. You're just looking for confirmation from the other person. So recognize when you're being gaslit and be prepared to either walk away from that conversation or have that person try to accept some of the blame, and maybe you can share the blame if there's blame to be had. But be strong. Know yourself. Okay? I hope this was healthy. Recognize when you're in a gaslit relationship, conversation, and protect yourself. Okay? I hope this is helpful. Have a wonderful day. I'm Renee Wright, and this is The Right Side.